4 undefeated fighters, 3 major clashes, 2 world championship belts, and 1 star's homecoming. Tonight, undefeated 1 atomweight world champion Angela Lee returns home to Singapore with her belt for the first time. She defends her title against 2-time Muay Thai world champion, undefeated Estela Nunez. The 1 welterweight world champion, Ben Askren, puts his perfect record on the line against an undefeated Aguilan Tani, looking to become the first ever Malaysian mixed martial arts world champion. And the inaugural 1 grappling super match between 3-time 1 lightweight world champion Shinya Aoki and Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu world champion Gary the Lion Killer Tonin. It's 1 championship, Dynasty of Heroes, live from Singapore. Next.
Welcome to the most exciting global MMA event in this World Championship.
Shocks the world with an upset victory. It's a first round finish for the champion. We have a new World Championship title holder. What a shocker! Quite possibly the biggest upset we've ever had in one championship.
1 championship, Dynasty of Heroes, and we are back where it all started in hot and heavy Singapore. And doesn't it look beautiful tonight? That is the Marina Bay area, and just 5 minutes drive east of there at the Singapore Indoor Stadium is where it is all happening. And just a few moments ago, the fighters came off their coach and into the arena. Estela Nunez and Aguilan Tani behind her are 2 challengers this evening. There's one of our world champions in the welterweight division, Ben Askren, and the phenom, the woman everybody's waiting to see, Angela Lee, our atomweight 1 world champion. What a night it is. My name is Steve Dawson. Alongside me, Mitch Gilson. And Mitch, the prospect of 2 world title fights in front of our wonderful Singapore audience tonight. In the welterweight division then, Ben Askren, probably the best grappler ever, wrestler at least, to change and become a mixed martial artist, defends against Tani, and Angela Lee defending against the Brazilian Estela Nunez. I know that you are looking forward to that one.
For the Atomweight World Championship, Angela Lee defends her belt again tonight. The undefeated Singaporean superstar has showcased a tremendous submission skill set, but recently she has added striking to her ever-improving arsenal, and she will need it as she takes on a 2-time Muay Thai world champion, Estela Nunez, who uses pinpoint accuracy and KO power to stop her opponents, defeating a 1 veteran to earn her shot at gold tonight.
One of the best stories in this organization has certainly been Aguilan Tani, and he gets his opportunity tonight against the world champion Ben Askren. But my goodness me, that is a big ask, isn't it?
That is a huge mountain to climb. Ben Askren is the most decorated wrestler ever to set foot in a mixed martial arts cage. His unorthodox wrestling style smothers opponents, unable to do anything to stop him. But hoping to do that tonight is the Malaysian superstar Aguilan Tani, undefeated ground and pound specialist, also able to submit opponents from anywhere. This young man's story is just that, a fairy tale, but will it have the ending here tonight?
As always, it's not just about the main event and the co-main event. Just look at this support card. Sebastian Cadestan against Luis Santos is a standout, but I know, Mitch, you're looking forward to that grappling super match.
For the first time ever, we have the very best in the East meeting the very best in the West. Let's go by the numbers. Take out the accolades of Shinya Aoki, the former 1 lightweight world champion, taking on the Lion Killer, Gary opponent, a multi-time world no-gi champion. I can't wait. It's going to be amazing.
It is going to be a superb evening. You make sure you stay with us. We won't delay any further. Let's get straight to the opening ceremony.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the world's most exciting martial arts event, One Championship Dynasty of Heroes here in Singapore. And now, here are your athletes. From the Philippines, J.H. Eustaquio!
8-5 professional record from the famous Baguio City, Team Lakai.
From Thailand, Anatbo Burran!
Anapong Bunrad takes on Eustaquio in a rematch of their first fight that ended in a split decision.
From Indonesia, Adrian Mateus! From Thailand, Nedamrong Sa Amnoy Serichong!
Former One Championship title holder with a 6-2 record, very experienced Muay Thai fighter.
In the grappling super match, from the United States of America, Gary Tonan!
From New Jersey in the USA, 25 years old, one of the greatest grapplers on the planet.
From Japan, Shinya Aoki!
The former One Championship lightweight title holder, 34 years old.
From Brazil, Luis Santos!
With a record of 63, 9-1.
From Sweden, Sebastian Cadesta!
Making his One Championship debut, brings an 8-3 record to the cage tonight.
In the co-main event for the One Welterweight World Championship, the challenger from Malaysia, Aguilan, the Alligator Tane!
A new Malaysian hero's lost a ton of weight getting fit for mixed martial arts and now challenges for the world title.
Reigning and defending champion from the United States of America, Ben Funky Askren!
The best wrestler ever to turn his hand to mixed martial arts, the world welterweight champion.
In the main event for the One Women's Atomweight World Championship, the challenger from Brazil, Estela Nunes!
Professional Muay Thai record of 52-4 challenges for Angela Lee's title tonight.
The reigning and defending champion from Singapore, unstoppable Angela Lee!
What a reception here in Singapore for the champion, undefeated, her belt on the line.
These are your athletes for One Championship Dynasty of Heroes. We broadcast live to 1 billion viewers worldwide. We are the world's most exciting martial art promotion. We are the champions. We are one.
Pyrotechnics and a mad audience at the Singapore Indoor Stadium. And first up, they see one of their own, the Singaporean Amir Khan against Rajinder Singh Meena of India.
In the blue corner, from India, Rajinder Singh Knockout Meena.
Rajinder Singh Meena, 31 years old, had an 8-1 record when he signed for One Championship, and he's struggled a little bit since then at this top level. Needs to make his mark. He's a national champion at Wushu 6 times, a kickboxing national champion twice, and he's been a national boxing champion as well. In mixed martial arts, he'll have to deal with 3 5-minute rounds. Kicks to the head of a grounded opponent are illegal. If it goes the distance, judges will score the bout based on near KO or submission, damage inflicted, striking superiority and ground control, takedown and takedown defense, plus aggression. We score these bouts in their entirety, not round by round. So he's had a bit of a tough time, Mitch, since coming to One Championship, looking to make his mark now against Amir Khan. It's not easy, is it, when you step into the One Championship cage, athletes at their peak, the very highest level. And this man, keen to pursue his ambitions and stake his claim.
Oh yeah, Steve, this is competition in its truly highest form. Singh needs to keep this fight on the feet, man. This is where he spends a lot of his time training. Lots of wrestling defense.
Yeah, come on, let's go, guys. In the red corner, from Singapore,
Amir Khan with a professional record of 6-2, and he's on a 3-fight winning streak. He dropped a split decision to Shannon Wirachai, but he's beaten Waka Umar, Bashir Ahmad, Jimmy Yabo, Vaughn Donaire. Some big names on his CV. He always comes in the cage looking ultra-focused, Mitch, doesn't he? You know this guy very well. Wasn't he a student of yours back in the day?
Yes, he was. He just finished his national service, and we're really excited to have him full-time committed to his mixed martial arts. There he is, surviving a very deep Kimura and armbar attempt by Vaughn Donaire, but just a gut through it and come back with a submission of his own to capture the W back in November. A very successful repeat showing from this young man here in Singapore. So now that we got him full time, we can expect some big things from Amir Khan.
He's always in tremendously good shape. We've seen him a good number of times, particularly the fans here at the Singapore Indoor Stadium. They've been exposed to his talents on a number of occasions. Hard to believe then that he's still only 22, which means he's still got plenty to learn.
Yeah, man, he's just getting started. His coach, Eddie Ung, speaks volumes about this kid. He's so composed, so relaxed, with a composure and a maturity well beyond his years, Steve.
All right then, Amir Khan against Rajinder Singh Meena. When these two big boys stand side by side, this is how it looks. And there's a big age difference, isn't there? Rajinder Singh Meena, 9 years older. He's giving away 4 centimeters in height.
The very well-rounded skill set of Amir Khan might be the difference maker in this contest at lightweight.
Ladies and gentlemen, and fight fans from all around the world, welcome to the most exciting mixed martial arts event, One Championship! Live from Singapore and broadcast to over 1 billion people in over 118 countries, this is One Championship Dynasty of Heroes. So get ready, Singapore, for a night of non-stop mixed martial arts action. And now, this fight is 3 rounds of 5 minutes in the One Championship lightweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. He is an SFL lightweight champion, standing at 176 centimeters tall, holding a professional MMA record of 8 wins and 5 losses. Representing Cross Train Fight Club and fighting out of New Delhi, India. Make some noise for Rajinder Singh Knockout Meena. And now, introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner. He is a Singaporean Muay Thai champion, standing at 180 centimeters tall, holding a professional MMA record of 6 wins and 2 losses. Representing Evolve MMA and fighting out of Singapore, make some noise for Amir Khan. And when the action begins, your referee in charge, Mr. Yuji Shimada.
Okay, come up. Okay, 5 minutes, 3 rounds, no headbutting, not growing, no with the fence, always obey my command. That drops. Corner.
Yuji Shimada wearing what looks like a Borg implant if you're a Star Trek fan. It's actually a camera, we'll call it ref cam. We will see some shots, a UGI view of what's going on at some stage during the course of the inning.
Ready?
This is Rajinder Singh Meena against Amir Khan. Khan wearing the black trunks, and he comes out very forcefully.
Immediately, Khan comes in, closes the difference, almost forgot about the hand touch, and immediately went to work. He's like attacking that inside leg. He says he's not sure what he plans on doing in this contest. He's just gonna let it flow and just see what comes out.
Stands nice and side on, doesn't he? Switches stance as well, as you can see there. Open hands. Perfect kind of stance for mixed martial arts, isn't it? Left jab picked off Rajinder Singh Meena very skillfully there.
Attempting to close the distance, stay nice and tight. I like how he's switching back and forth between stances. Nice and upright though for Khan as he ducks under there.
Yeah, still filled with the pyrotechnics. Oh, that's a nice kick, although it was caught by Rajinder.
Yeah, but most of it was caught by his head. As Khan begins to go to work, Meena's got to move.
Big roar from the crowd here in Singapore.
Meena answers back with a big right hand, but before his effort gets taken down to the mat, now he's got Khan on top of him. Content to stay in half guard, not even that leg's not even doing anything. He could easily slide over into mount, but he just chooses to sit there and ground and pound. Meena's got to move.
Elbows as well as fists, and it's over. Yuji Shimada has seen quite enough, thank you. And to the rapturous roaring of the crowd here at the Singapore Indoor Stadium, Amir Khan clocks up his 7th career victory. And he gives the side post a bit of a kick there, tosses his mouth guard to Eddie Ng, and that was a very, very triumphant victory. Look at the way he landed that jab there and then got out of range as Rajinder swung that left hand at him. Knees to the head coming up there. Ingo the forearms as well. His man with his back to the cage, swinging in left and right, evading the big arm punches from the Indian. And with some blood there dripping onto the canvas, it was just about the right time that Yuji Shimada stepped in to call it a day. And it's another notch in the win column for Singapore's Amir Khan. Here's Dominic Lau with the official decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, your referee Yuji Shimada has put a stop to this fight after 1 minute and 29 seconds in the first round. For your winner, by way of tap out, Amir Khan!
Amir Khan, your winner, improves his record to 7-2, and a very composed victory it was too, in front of his home fans here who really enjoyed that. Mitch Chilson is in the cage with your winner. Let's hear from the Evolve MMA fighter.
Singapore, I am here with your winner, Amir Khan! Amir, that was very relaxed, very composed work out there. You just finished your national service here in this great country of Singapore. How does it feel to get the W here tonight and home?
I mean, it feels freaking good. I mean, I knew coming in this fight, I knew I was going to whoop him, but it was easier than expected. I wanted to take my time. I wanted to go with the flow. But it happens, yeah.
Very impressive, Amir. Anything else you want left here at One Championship?
I want, like, the next fight, maybe one of the top guys out there. Maybe I want to just prove myself, you know, that I belong in the top good dogs.
Amir Khan won the top dog. There you have it, Singapore. Your winner, Amir Khan.
He's aiming for the top, Amir Khan, and with the might of the Singapore fans behind him here at the indoor stadium, he has got every chance of doing that. So much more to come here. Dynasty of Heroes, and we are coming right back.
Optimus Prime, do you seek redemption?
I do.
Right, stop! Can't do this!
When all seems lost, a few brave souls can save everything we've ever known.
I want to stay, and I want to fight them.
The operation is over.
We're not giving up on Prime!
To many, this dot is just the end of a sentence. Over, done, finito. But at GoDaddy, this dot, your domain name, is the beginning of something awesome. Use it to create a website. Open an online store. Build your brand. You can even connect a domain to your LinkedIn or Facebook page. And GoDaddy customer support is always ready to help. What will you do with your domain name?
Whatever's in there, this isn't a tomb. It's a prison.
Do you have any idea what you have unearthed? She's unlike anything we've ever faced. The ultimate evil.
She did something to me.
I know you're a good man.
Sacrifices must be made.
Where does that leave me?
With a choice.
Come to me.
The Mummy.
The Singapore Sports Hub in the eastern part of the country, and doesn't it look a picture? This is a state-of-the-art facility, and inside the Singapore Indoor Stadium we have a rocking atmosphere, and so many of them are here to see this woman, Angela Lee, the world atomweight champion, a phenom with a smile as broad as her talent. She's fighting Estela Nunez tonight. Everybody is looking forward to that one here.
I'm really excited about Angela Lee and Estela Nunez.
Estela Nunez is a brilliant kickboxer from Brazil.
She's known for her Muay Thai.
She has incredibly fast hands and beautiful kicks. And she also transitions very well into a grappling game.
She has such a fine set of Muay Thai skills that's going to pose a problem for somebody like Angela Lee. But then you look at Angela Lee's last fight, and she's like a striker reborn.
I'm not scared to stand and bang with anyone. I think that's the one thing that separates me from other fighters. I'm not scared to stand on my feet, and I'm not scared to take it down to the ground where I know a lot of girls, aren't strong. I don't think our fight's going to go to a decision.
A Angela Lee é uma ótima adversária, eu também sou uma ótima adversária para ela. Então a gente vai fazer uma ótima luta, não tem o que temer.
Her and her team have kind of been, calling for this fight for a little while, and I've seen it on social media, so I know she's game, and I'm super game too.
O que torna essa luta mais especial é você ir em Singapura, que é a casa dela, né? Que ela é a dona do cinturão agora do UFC, que é a Angela Lee. Então, eu chegar lá e tirar o cinturão dela, isso é mais que especial.
Angela Lee is a rock star in Singapore. So I can only assure you that the hometown support is fully behind their new hero, Angela Lee.
That is the belt they are fighting for. Angela Lee, our final fight of the evening, and the crowd are just baying for that one. But there's so much to come between then and now. Next on your dance card, in the flyweight division, Jahe Eustachio against Anatpong Bunrad.
Let's go, everybody! In the blue corner, from the Philippines, Jahe Gravity Eustachio!
Jahe Eustachio. We've seen him quite a lot of times in the One Championship cage, and it never gets stale. He's a really lovely young man, bright-eyed as you can see, loves his craft, loves to train, loves to fight. Very, very pleasant indeed to speak to. Has an 8-5 record from the famed Team Lakai in Baguio City, where wushu is their strength and mixed martial arts is becoming their speciality. They fought once before, Mitch, and that was a banger.
It was a barn burner. Check out some of this back and forth action. These two went at it. They had their hands ready, their feet off the chain, and they were throwing. It was a very razor close decision in that barn burner of a first fight. And I asked Jahe, I was like, what can we expect in the rematch tonight? He looks at me and says, round 4.
I love it. 4, 5, and 6 perhaps. So Bunrad was the winner by split decision, but they've got a common opponent in Gianni Suba. Bunrad lost to Gianni, but Jahe beat him. So, any way you look at it, this one is very, very close. And there's a lot of expectation and anticipation for this one. 2 TKOs, 2 submission wins, 4 wins by decision. J.H. Eustaquio, the pride of the Philippines, getting bigger and bigger, that nation, in terms of mixed martial arts, and one of the strongest countries to represent in the One Championship cage since the very start.
Yeah, 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 come on. In the red corner, from Thailand, Anatpong
Anatpong Bunrad has a 5-2 professional record. He is 30 years old, 2-1 in the One Championship cage. He's a karate black belt, 16-2 amateur kickboxing record, 7-1 amateur MMA record. Never been finished in mixed martial arts, and 4 of his 5 wins, Mitch, have come in the first round. And I love the deliberate way he's making his way to the cage. Nobody is rushing this guy.
Very calm, very relaxed backstage. I asked him about his style and his background. This young man speaks 4 languages. He was raised in Belgium, and it's really interesting to listen to him talk, to hear a Belgian accent coming out of a Thai fighter. And as we go back and take a look at some of his skill sets, we can see the karate black belt coming off his master. But he's got an 80% finishing rate and a very quick starter. He likes to finish fights in the very first round, Steve.
Taking a little sip of water and greeting his team just before he gets into the cage for the rematch. Yuji Shimada will give him that quick seeing to just before he steps in. He does look very, very calm and together, doesn't he? He's been there before against this opponent and came out slightly on top. What do you think that does for a man's confidence, even though it was very close?
If you know you got a win in the first one, it only adds to your confidence going into the second one. But this time, he wants to make a definitive statement that erase all doubt that he was the victor and he deserves to have his hand raised here in Singapore.
On the other hand, it must enhance the determination of the Filipino. We're about to see how it will all go down. When they stand side by side, you can see that Anatpong Bunrad is 2 years older and 7 centimeters taller. That could be quite significant.
Both gentlemen are very close in grappling, but we give a slight striking advantage to Eustaquio, but very slight, just because of his recent experience.
Ladies and gentlemen, this next fight is 3 rounds of 5 minutes in the One Championship flyweight division, and is brought to you by Ma Private Limited. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, he is a Wushu Zonda champion, standing at 163 centimeters tall, holding a professional MMA record of 8 wins and 5 losses. Representing Team Lakay and fighting out of Baguio City, Philippines, he is J.H. Gravity Eustaquio. And now, introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, he is a Shinhai Shinkai Karate champion, standing at 170 centimeters tall, holding a professional MMA record of 5 wins and 2 losses. Representing Phuket Top Team and fighting out of Brussels, Belgium, from Thailand, please welcome Anatpong Bunrad. And when the action begins, your referee in charge, Mr. Olivier Coast.
Alright guys, watch out for headbutt, low blow, back of the head and spine, alright? Don't grab the fence. Listen my command all the time, defend yourself at all time. Touch grip if you want, back your corner.
J-Hair in the red trunks, Anatpong in the black and green. This is the rematch. Split decision.
Ready?
Anapong Bunrad, the winner, first time around, and here we go again. This time at the Singapore Indoor Stadium. Jae takes center cage.
Round 4, Steve. Here we go. Nice and loose. Jae light on his feet as always. Bunrad expects Jae to take him down at some point in this fight because he doesn't want to stand and bang with him again. But Jae says, whatever happens, happens. I am perfectly comfortable knocking this guy out on the feet.
18 amateur kickboxing fights, Mitch. What do you see in his stance there that gives that away?
Very relaxed. I like how he changes feet right there. As he stepped forward, he immediately dropped into that kick. Beautifully done. Good footwork coming from Bunrad.
Kick to the inside of the leg there from the Wushu specialist, Jae Eustaquio. 1 minute down in what is, as Mitch said, effectively round 4, their second match.
You can see Bunrad switches his stance from left to right, and he says that's actually from his karate style that he learned that from. He consistently be changing stances to confuse and baffle your opponent as he lands a nice little body shot right there.
A vicious coming together of shins there. And not a flinch from either one of them. Which I will never stop finding amazing. And the Singapore crowd here, eyes wide on this one.
Connects with a high kick there, consistently pushing forward. Good pressure coming from Bunrad.
Just so calmly did a 360 there, Jae. Seems very at ease in the cage.
He's like kind of spinning away to take that take kind of the power away from it. But in doing that, you kind of show that you're being controlled and maneuvered by your opponent's strikes.
Right, left from Jae, but they fell short, those punches.
Man, that left hook comes with
right hand was a decent one, wasn't it, from Anapong?
Bunrad just sticks his tongue out at him. Good movement coming from Jae, nice and light on his feet. You can almost see like he knows the movements of Bunrad. He's able to anticipate very well as they tie into the clinch. Jae presses Bunrad up against the cage to kind of dictate control. A little bit of a strength advantage possibly coming from Eustaquio.
Just looked for a little left hook, didn't he, as they were coming off the cage wall there.
I like how Jae exits the clinch with that hook. He's always done that, and he always continues to do that. Just kind of put a little bit of a stamp on the exchange there and possibly land that big left hook that he likes so much.
Well, it was a way off, but it looks nice, doesn't it? It's a nice tight economy of effort swing there he's got.
Okay.
Look at that high guard that Anapong Bunrad has. The right hand, the exchange. He claps his hand, keeps that right hand very high, up above the forehead even.
Because you have to do that with a striker like Jae, who throws that huge left hook, and it comes from all angles. He's got short hooks and he's got long hooks as well.
Very light on his feet, the Filipino, isn't he?
Yeah, all these Team Lakay guys have great footwork, nice and explosive. They really like to use that push kick as well. Jae is more of a puncher though, but he does like to attack with those rear leg body shots.
He's got a very easy movement about him. No facial expression to speak of, he just seems calmness personified. It's the way he stepped back out of that kick there, took it on the bicep in the end, but so calm, such confidence in his own timing. Decent kick to the midriff there from the Filipino. And Bunrad stays in that pocket.
Attempting to spin, there is Jae.
Just in this final minute, they're getting a little bit cleaner with the punches and the kicks.
Very close round in the striking. I would hate to be a judge here because this is a very well-matched opening round here of the rematch.
Well, you needn't worry, Mitch, because we'll go to Rich Franklin and get his assessment. We'll put the pressure on him. 20 seconds left of the opening 5 minutes.
You've got the forward pressure of Bunrad to kind of control the cage, but then you've got the counter striking of Jae.
That tongue just got stuck out again from Anakpong Bunrad. Right hand was a very nice one, and he followed up with the knee, and Jae continues to look very calm. And there's a little bit of animosity. Might not be the right word, but they're just teasing each other there at the end of that round.
Yeah, you got to let them know who's in charge. Back and forth action in that first round. We did see Bunrad consistently push forward. Rich, what did you see?
I'll tell you, I like the style difference between these two guys. Bunrad is the kind of guy who plants, Jae floats around. Where I saw the difference in that first round is when those two guys clinched and when they broke, and you made the comment about him throwing the hook. Even though it didn't land, it seemed like after that clinch, Jae really started to find his rhythm there. At the end of the round, he started landing more leg kicks, throwing more combinations, landing punches off the leg kicks. At the beginning of the round, I had like Bunrad was ahead on the striking category, but at the end of the 5 minutes, if I were to give a decision at this point, I would give it to Jae Eustachio.
5 minutes down. 10 to go, but as we've said, it's effectively round 4 of their 2 matches. What we won't do is take the cumulative scores from the first match and add it to this one, although we might as well, it was so close. Second round then. We're at the Singapore Indoor Stadium. This is One Championship Dynasty of Heroes. Jae Eustachio in the red trunks to the left of your screen. Thailand's Anakpong Bunrad in the black and green.
Jae's landing a lot of that inside leg kick. He just shuffles forward, slides right in, and tags Bunrad on that inside thigh. You can start to see a little bit of bruising developing on that front leg of Anakpong Bunrad. Good movement there by Jae. He's so relaxed, even dropping his hand, moving his head out of the way
it's not
as
like
Bunrad pushes forward.
Didn't even have much room to make that movement. He just used the cage wall as best he could to stay out of range, showing tremendous awareness, spatial awareness this evening, Jae. Oh, as he came in, he got caught by a right hand. A clattering coming together of the limbs. Jae just showed him the right hand there and landed it there, threw it from low.
Like that counter striking, I think Rich Franklin had it and hit the nail on the head. Jae's timing is seeming to improve. He's able to slightly evade punches and come back and land shots of his own.
And just then, although we've commented that Jae is light on his feet, and he continues to be so, but when he throws with ferocity, plants his feet and just makes it that more solid. Great kick. Caught Bunrad on the side of the face, and then Bunrad caught the leg. This could be the best I've seen Jae Eustachio.
The eyes that we've seen from Jae as he's seeing these punches coming. It's like time slowed down, and he's bringing Bunrad into the matrix.
Anakpong Bunrad.
Good movement there as Bunrad starts. Now Jae's the one taking center control of the cage. So something's starting to change within the set of this fight. The complexity is starting to shift, and it's interesting to see how it's taking place.
Midway through the second round. And Olivier Coste calling for action. Jae smiles. Bears his mouth guard for all to see. Right hand was a very nice one from the Thai, but it just caught Jae as he was going away, so he took the zest off it.
Jae tried to back away, but he actually, Bunrad made the adjustment and came forward a bit more, lunging into the punch, which enabled him to make contact.
This is certainly the easiest in terms of movement I've seen Jae. He looks very relaxed, very fluid.
Now he's starting to connect more on these shots. These counter shots are starting to land. You've got to see a striking superiority shift heading towards the Filipino. There's that push kick. He hasn't thrown a lot of kicks in this fight except that inside leg kick. You're used to seeing Jae throw lots of push kicks off that front leg, and we're not seeing him as tonight.
$1:15 left. This is the second round of a rematch between these two. Jay just smiles at him there because he warded off that kick. Comes back with a low kick, and it was a no-look kick. A little bit like the no-look pass in basketball. The eyes deceive. Left, right from the TIE fighter.
This is exactly what we saw in the first contest. Back and forth action, but this time Jay seems to have figured it out in this round, and he's starting to counter very well.
And the Filipino offering his jaw there for a moment. He is so confident about his ability to just move his body out of range. Bunrad maybe getting a little bit frustrated here at not being able to land his biggest punches or kicks on this very fluid Filipino who goes for the spinning back kick.
That's exactly it, Steve. He's just a slight step behind. I'd like to see him change his strategy in the third round. He's got to mix things up somehow. And as we go back, I think this is the cyborg camera you were talking about earlier there, Steve. This is the UG cam there. See, there's that nice right hand. He closed that distance, came in nice and tight, connected with it because he was able to get closer and really shrink the distance there. Rich, what do you have for him?
Well, you saw the replays. Each of these guys land in a right hand. But I think that the story here is the fact that Jay is able to start putting combinations together in bunches. He's landing kicks, and he's also landing strikes off the combinations. Bunrad, on the other hand, is just one strike at a time. He's not really accumulating the way they should. So on the striking superiority, which is the bulk of the scoring at this point in time, Jay Hayes ahead. I have him winning the fight after 10 minutes of action.
Third round coming up. Eustachio against Bunrad. Jay Eustachio's career for me has been characterized by intense concentration. It's almost like he doesn't blink, looks at his opponent, stands in the pocket. But this is quite different. He's more relaxed, very, very fluid in his movement, tremendous awareness of the space around him, able to just pop out of range, but smoothly. Very, very different fighter. And that's what was needed, because he lost the first fight. Something needed to change for him to win the second. We're in the third round, and at the moment, things are looking good for him.
Yeah, he really definitely learned from the first fight, made the corrections, and is making those corrections here tonight.
Kick to the midriff and followed up with a right hand, Eustachio. The frustration must be starting to tell for the TIE fighter, because it's just not working out for him. He's certainly not getting massacred here, there's no question of that. But as you said, Mish, he's just a step short, almost at every turn.
Yeah, Jay is just a hair faster. He's just got really the timing and the distance figured out in this contest. He's able to evade punches, come back, land shots of his own, and he's just a little bit faster.
Continues to take the outside of the cage and smiles again at his opponent. And they get to close quarters, then the aggression starts to come from Anapong Bunrad, but he's not getting close enough, frequently enough.
This is really beautiful striking at its highest form. You can see as Jay throws a strike, his head is just off the center line. He's constantly moving his head from left and right, avoiding the counter shots or the first attack by Bunrad.
We have seen, and it's coming on for 18 months, 2 years now, a tremendous transformation from the Team Lakai fighters. And it's now manifesting itself in Jay Eustachio. This is the best I've seen him. A different fighter. He has adapted.
Go guys, that's round.
Jay has really got Bunrad confused. I don't like the way Bunrad's lifting up his back leg as he's throwing that right hand. You really lose a sense of power and your ability to generate force if that back leg picks up when you throw that right hand. He's got to plant that foot, throw it forward, close the distance, and move forward.
Clipped him with the forearm there. Eustachio seems to have an endless supply of offensive weapons. Left and a right from him. Just over 2 minutes left in this final round. Left, right, left from the Filipino.
With that jab. And there's that push kick. But Boonrad's trying to close the distance, and he's trying something different there.
That was the epitome, though, of what I've been talking about, how he can just move out, it glides out of range. Really is becoming a thing of beauty. And they're very knowledgeable here at the Singapore Indoor Stadium. They're appreciating this. It's a combination of defensive mastery and offensive brilliance.
But he's able to deliver damage and evade any sort of counter strikes. His head is always in the right place, just out of the way of Boonrad's offense.
Takes a right hand to tie. Just ducks under that right hand. This is masterful from Eustachio. Now, what might happen though with just over a minute left as they go down to the mat for, this is the first time, isn't it?
Yeah, Boonrad is a purple belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, so let's see what he's got here like on the ground. If he starts to step over that leg, Jay closed up the full guard, so now he's not going anywhere. Immediately starting to strike from the bottom is Jay.
Surely Jay is actually causing the most damage here while they're on the deck. He's got his back to the canvas, throwing in elbows to the top of the head and to the forehead there. Very damaging, the sharp point of the arm.
Boonrad's got 30 seconds. I'd like to maybe see him drop down for a possible leg lock. He's got to throw up a Hail Mary and go for something here, because he's not going to do it from this position. He can't finish in those last 30 seconds.
We're inside the last half minute, Mitch. And the face of the fight has changed, but surely not enough time for the Thai fighter to make it count for him.
Watch out the kick.
Oh, good sweep for Jay to end up on top.
I think his shorts may have got ripped there in that move.
Now Jay the one on top, delivering a bit of a ground and pound to end the round. Good fight.
End the round and end the fight. 6 rounds between these two. The first 3 were won by Anupong Boonrad by a razor. This second 3 will be determined by the judges. Rich Franklin is with me. Rich, let's get your thoughts.
Look, this is a fight that's a classic fight of not two guys being conservative, but two guys being very calculated with their striking styles, and 2 completely different striking styles. That's a great replay there of Jay just landing combinations. After 15 minutes of action, I have Jay. If I was to award winning categories, I have Jay ahead on the striking superiority, Jay ahead on ground control, even though there wasn't much time there. He did more damage, and Boonrad winning the takedowns. Other than that, I would give the decision to Jay.
All right, we've heard Rich Franklin. We'll now hear what the 3 judges at Cageside think. It was a very absorbing fight. Dom Lau is in the cage. He has the official news for us. This the rematch. Who's won it?
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds of intense battle, we turn once again to the judges' scorecards. Judge number 1 scores this bout in favor of the blue corner. Judge number 2 scores this bout in favor of the red corner. And judge number 3 scores this bout for your winner by way of split decision, Jay Eustachio!
As we thought here at Cageside, it's a win for the Filipino. He improves his record to 9-5. It really was a beautiful exhibition of stand-up fighting. And when it briefly went down to the ground, as Rich Franklin told us, he was even in charge there in terms of the work done. There's the grin that says I'm a winner. He's won the rematch, and it really was for my money, the best performance of his career. Now, what kind of a stepping stone will that be for him? You're watching One Championship, Dynasty of Heroes. We're at the Singapore Indoor Stadium. We've got 2 world title fights coming your way later on in the welterweight division. Ben Askren defends against Malaysia's Agilan Tani, and Angela Lee defends her world atomweight title against Estela Nunez of Brazil. Packed house here at the Singapore Indoor Stadium, enjoying the fight so more. Mitch Chilson is in the cage.
I am very excited to have a special announcement for you tonight in Singapore. Please welcome back to the One Championship cage, the Game Arnold Laporte. My friend, I heard you have a special announcement that you wanted to do here tonight.
Guys, like, you are the most amazing MMA fan in the world. Like Singapore, you are amazing. You have to know that, guys. I miss you so much. So I'm so happy to tell you that I'm back. I'm back in One Championship, and I can't wait to get back in the cage here. So it's gonna be amazing. Second point, and this is very important for me. I can't wait to welcome One Championship in Vietnam, guys.
There you have it, the Game Arnold Laporte. We will see you in Vietnam.
Do take a look at the One Championship website for more details of that. One Championship breaking new ground. Vietnam is on the list. We're in Singapore right now, and when we come back, the action continues.